Out of all the reasons that I can think as to why so many people are unable to accomplish their dreams and their goals, it's because they lack one crucial quality, and this quality is something characteristic that all successful people have. This is something all people wish they could acquire, but yet this is also something not all people can achieve.
Consistency. I think that the most mind-boggling thing to me that I've ever heard is that people are unable to accomplish their dreams or their goals, and this is the kind of stuff that makes me think, why is it that so many of us don't accomplish what we set out to achieve and what we dream of and what our big goals are? And to me, it really comes down to just two main things. It's either these people, they never took action to actually accomplish their goals, to accomplish their dreams, or two, they did take action, but they weren't consistent with it. You see, it's the consistency that gets you to be successful. A good example, if you're gonna go to the gym and you wanna build some muscle, if you show up to the gym one time, are you gonna wake up the very next day looking like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? No way. It's consistent action, it's consistent effort when going to the gym to break down those muscle fibers, build it back up again, so that way you could actually become big. And I've noticed that the consistency is really what allows people to continue to be successful or get successful in the first place. And I remember back when I was in school, I was actually a really good student, straight A student. I might have to show you guys my college transcript one of these days, but I'm literally a 4.0 student. And the way that I achieved that status was by me consistently studying, by me consistently showing up to class. And so it's this idea of being consistent with everything, with every aspect of your life, is how everything is going to improve. If you want that promotion at work, you have to be consistent. You have to consistently show up. You have to consistently do everything that you can to get that promotion, put the best work that you possibly can in. And believe me, I'm no saint sitting here telling you to be consistent with everything. I've been inconsistent myself. I've been inconsistent with working out. I've been inconsistent with posting YouTube videos. I think it happens. So what's the way around it? How can we as human beings defeat inconsistency? And my answer to that is through the power of habit. Think of it like this. I'm assuming that you're a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee drinker too. I love coffee. Every single morning when you wake up, what's one of the very first things that you do? You probably run into the kitchen, or slowly waddle into the kitchen, and grab your cup of coffee. Is it because you have a caffeine addiction? Maybe. Or is it because it's also ritualistic now, and every single morning you start your day off with that cup of coffee? It's now habit. When you drive to work, is the route that you drive to work, is it exactly the same? When you get in the vehicle or when you get on the subway, like, do you even really have to think about what you're doing? Or is it just like this automatic process that's occurring and then all of a sudden you just end up where you need to end up? Well, it's habit. You're used to driving that same route. You're used to taking the same subway. You're used to walking that same path that you do every single day to work, and you don't even think about it. Personally, for me, I like to think of habits almost as cheat codes, as hacks, because just like how I go for that cup of coffee every single morning without thinking about it, if I can take what I want to put into reality, if I can take my goals and my dreams and my aspirations and make the actions to achieve those goals and my dreams and my aspirations as just simple habits, then really it's not even like I'm actually working towards it. I'm just doing a normal automatic process, just like going for that cup of coffee in the morning. So I get it. At this point you're like, okay, I understand, I need to develop a habit, but how do I develop habits? Habits are hard to develop. So I read this book called Atomic Habits right here by James Clear, and that book completely changed my life. There are a few key things that I learned from that book that helped me more than I could ever imagine. I'm gonna share what I learned with you today. Number one, when you're focusing on developing a habit, typically that habit is associated with a goal. Completely change your mindset. Do not have a habit develop focused on a goal. Have a habit develop focused on a system. A good example. So instead of saying that you want to gain 15 pounds of muscle, and that's gonna be your habit of getting into the gym to achieve that, how about this? Make it a simple system as, well, I'm gonna get up in the morning, I'm gonna get my gym clothes on, I'm gonna put my gym shoes on, and then I'm gonna drive to the gym. And I'm gonna do this every single day between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. That system will get you to the gym. When you're at the gym, you'll be like, okay, well, I might as well work out. I already scanned my gym card. It'd just be weird to walk back to my car and drive back home. Might as well do this. And so what's gonna happen is you're gonna work out that specific day, and you're just gonna get a little bit better. You're gonna break down those muscle fibers, and you're just gonna be a little bit healthier, a little bit stronger. Another thing that I learned from this book was, instead of trying to focus on the big picture and trying to accomplish your goal, really just focus more so on 1% of self-improvement every single day. Make yourself 1% better every single day, because at the end of a whole year, 365 days, you will have improved yourself 36 and a half, call it 37 times over than what you were 1 year ago. And the thing is people, they go, wow, I need to accomplish this, and they have this big dream, but they feel discouraged because they're not really getting to that point. Well, the goal is for the day is to not achieve your massive goal, it's to achieve 1% of that massive goal. So do enough self-improvement and habit developing to just get 1% better every single day, and that will encourage you to have continuous self-improvement, and all this self-improvement over the year and your lifetime compounds into really good habits that will help you achieve your goals in the long run. So another thing that I learned in this book is the whole concept of changing your mind frame about your identity, and here's a good example. We're gonna keep sticking with the gym example. If you're trying to go to the gym and you want to gain 10, 15, 20 pounds, you're gonna say, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. Okay, well then what you need to start doing is in your head, you need to start saying, I'm a bodybuilder, I am this, I am that. For me specifically, this helped me out so much with business, because I still work as a nurse, but whenever people would ask me, hey, what is it that you do? I just say I'm a nurse. I never said I was an entrepreneur until I read that book and I identified myself as an entrepreneur. And so by me now going around and when I meet people and say, what do you do? I say, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm also a nurse. And the whole concept of by me saying I am an entrepreneur, it puts me in the mindset that I am an entrepreneur, and my actions start reflecting the identity that I'm wishing to become. So it's the same exact thing. If you want to be an artist, start introducing yourself as an artist. Say you're an artist. If you want to be a chef, say that you're a chef. If you want to be a bodybuilder, say that you are a bodybuilder. Become and practice the identity that you wish to become, and the actions to achieve the identity will follow. And one of the biggest things that this book will teach you, Atomic Habits, is that there are 4 laws of behavior change. Number 1, it has to be obvious. Number 2, it has to be attractive. Number 3, it has to be easy. And then number 4, it has to be satisfying. So let's just go ahead and talk about the habit of you drinking coffee and how that followed the 4 laws of behavior change. Number 1, how is it obvious? Well, it became obvious as you woke up and you were groggy and you were tired. So the very first thing that you needed to do was you needed to go grab that coffee. By you opening your eyes and starting your day, that is the obvious sign of you going, okay, I'm awake, it is morning, it's time for coffee. Number 2, the attractive part. What's attractive about coffee? Well, it's the benefit of the coffee that's attractive about it. It's the taste, as well as the caffeine, the stimulating effects. So that's the attractive quality of why you decide to go and you make coffee every single morning. Now, easy. Well, coffee's pretty darn easy to make. I mean, it really does not take that long to make coffee. So it's not like you have to go and you have to go jump in a bath of ice water and put yourself through torture in order to become awake and alert. You just simply have to make a cup of coffee. It's very easy, and by this being easy, this behavior change just becomes natural because it doesn't feel like work to make this happen. And then lastly, satisfying. What's satisfying about coffee? Because it's attractive. It tastes good, it wakes you up, it's stimulating, it's a great way to bond with your family and drink morning coffee while watching the sunrise. There's the benefits of drinking coffee, and that's the whole point. The 4 laws of behavior change go through it having to be obvious, it has to be attractive, it has to be easy to accomplish, and then it also has to be satisfying. And by it being satisfying, it gives you that dopamine rush to continue to do this, and that's how the behavior change starts. And then the last thing that I want to talk about, what I learned from this book, which has helped me greatly, is habit stacking. Remember how I said that one of the 4 laws of behavior change is it has to be obvious? So for you wanting to have that cup of coffee, it was you waking up. It was the moment that you opened your eyes that triggered you to go get coffee. That was the cue. Well, it can be the exact same thing. So we're gonna use working out as a great example. So you already have the habit of drinking your morning coffee. You wake up, you make your coffee, and you drink it. Now, what if your coffee was a cue for you to work out? Meaning that once the first cup of coffee is down, once you drink this, you immediately have to go to the gym and work out. At first, it's gonna be kind of weird, it's gonna be kind of foreign, because maybe you're not someone who goes to the gym immediately after you drink your first cup of coffee as you start the day. But over time, after a week, after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks of doing this, then sooner or later, going to the gym, the mindset of you going and the habit of you going will all start with that cup of coffee. And by you drinking the coffee, it creates a Pavlovian response from you drinking the coffee and going to the gym. Take the small little habits that you already have and put good positive habits on top of those habits. And over time, you will develop more and more habits. Okay guys, and that is the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure to make this video. And I'm really hoping that this actually does help you a lot in developing habits. That book, it really did help me out. If you want to get that book, it is in the description below. Also, if you made it this far in the video, please don't forget to give the video one of these, a like. It greatly helps the YouTube algorithm expand this video to more and more people and helps this YouTube family grow. And also, let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see day in the life vlogs, if you guys want me to talk about certain entrepreneurial topics, if you guys want to see me dive more into my business and what it is that I'm doing on the day in and the day out, you know, if you want to see more family stuff, whatever, just let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm super excited to make these videos. It really is a passion of mine. Over time, I think that the cinematics will be really good. So it's just all a process, guys. So again, let me know what you want to see, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.